Okay, go.
So another one of the main session speakers was this guy named Michael O. He came to the podium dressed in a Japanese kimono type thing. I don't know what you call it for guys. Sorry. But he was actually Korean, and he talked about how he'd grown up with a long time hatred for the Japanese, and how his parents wouldn't even buy Japanese products because of how the Japanese had colonized a lot of Asia, including Korea, and his grandfather had suffered a lot in the hands of the Japanese. And it was really good hearing that for me because I had actually just read a book on Asian American history, and reading about the kind of atrocities that the Japanese had committed were really hard for me to swallow, and I felt some anger inside of me too, even though I hadn't experienced anything bad from Japanese Americans. What Michael O said was really good. He said that he was struck when he was reading, I think, Colossians or some book where Colossians 1, 2, Karis tells me, where um, Christ came to die for his enemies, and that he himself, also approved or contributed to the crucifixion of Jesus, who was innocent, and that basically nobody, whether they're victim or oppressor, slave or captor, is innocent of Jesus' death, and that we all need God's grace equally, and that actually we have no right to bear grudges or have hatred because of the love that God showed for us in Jesus. So to finish Michael O's story, he said that as he learned about Asian American history in his Korean graduate school, he was gripped in a crisis of faith because he didn't know what to do with this hatred that he felt for the Japanese, and he felt that either he had to let go of his hatred, or not follow Christ any longer. And after he had this realization with Colossians 2, he is now a missionary to Japan, and I don't know how long he's been there for, but it was amazing to see the love that God brought to him, and the reconciliation that he can bring between two cultures that have had so much of a bloody history in the past.